Good morning, Clearbranch kids. Our year is off to a great start as we begin this year in the month of January talking about self-control. Now, while self-control may not sound super exciting, let's talk about what it does mean. Using self-control means that you do what you should even when you don't want to. Now, I think that I can probably bet that most of you guys struggle with this. I do too. Most of us do. But it is important that as we grow, that we learn to control ourselves, that we control our emotions, our words, and our actions. But why is that important? Well, that's what we're talking about today. And we're going to rewind all the way back to the Old Testament to the book of Proverbs. Now, you may remember that King Solomon, who was King David's son, was given the gift of wisdom by God. And this wisdom helped him to be a really great king for God's people. And throughout his life, King Solomon would write down some of the wisdom that God had given him so that we can find it today in the book of Proverbs and that we can learn from that wisdom as well. One thing that he wrote about was about self-control. And this was really important for all of us. And all he said was this, in short, that a person without self-control is like a city whose walls are broken through. Okay? That may not mean a lot to you guys because what city has a wall? But back in Solomon's day, it was really important for a city to have a wall. The strength of that wall could make or break a city. It could either keep a city safe or cause it to be overtaken by an enemy. So basically what Solomon was saying is if we don't practice self-control, when we don't do the things that we know we should do, we're making ourselves weak and vulnerable. So let's think about it. Let's say you want to go to a friend's house down the street, but you don't have a parent or an older sibling that's available to walk with you right then. You might be tempted to walk there by yourself and just not tell anybody you're going. Or maybe you're going out on a bike ride and you realize just down the street that you forgot your helmet. You know that you should turn around and go get it. That's a safe thing to do, but you think, oh, it'll be fine this time, and you really want to get there to meet your friends. Or maybe you're talking and laughing with some friends during class. You know you should be paying attention to the teacher, but it's more fun to be cutting up with your friends. In all of these examples, you know what you should do. You know what the right thing is. But for whatever reason, you don't want to wait for someone to walk with you down to your friend's house. Or you don't want to turn around and go back and get your helmet. Or you don't want to stop talking and laughing so that you can hear the possibly important thing that a teacher has to say. But not showing self-control in these situations could end badly. You could get lost walking somewhere by yourself. You could have a bike accident and end up hurting yourself or getting a concussion because you didn't have your helmet on. You could end up making a bad grade or on a test or some homework because you couldn't hear the important thing that the teacher had to say. You could find yourself in real trouble, just like Solomon said, just like a city with broken down walls. But guys, there's good news. You aren't on your own when it comes to self-control. God can help you stay in control and make the right choices. You can talk to him about it and you can ask him to give you the strength to stay in control and to make the right decisions. See, guys, when we trust God to help us, we can protect ourselves with self-control. And that's important because when you lose control, it can cause trouble. And that's our bottom line for this week, friends. Have a great one.